Rituals in the media, the media's grip over our psyche. The online dictionary defines the word ritual as follows: the prescribed order of performing a ceremony, especially one characteristic of a particular religion or church. The main reasons ancient civilizations performed rituals were to establish control over an unpredictable world, appease deities, and secure supernatural favor for survival. In my opinion, rituals are performed publicly to reinforce the controller's power over the captured SS. Rituals are performed for three reasons: 1. For their enjoyment and to celebrate their dominance over us, reinforcing their superiority. 2. To send us SS subliminal messages and have us consent to remaining in an ignorant condition. 3. Karmic release. Revealing hidden truths may allow them to escape karmic consequences. However, truth does not need to be told in a logical or sequential order. It can be scattered, like puzzle pieces. Rituals are performed frequently, and these are not restricted to the media, though this is the forum in which these can be observed publicly and scrutinized. This article aims to shed some light on the media's rituals, which are imbued in entertainment designed to keep us asleep and ignorant to the truths which keep us imprisoned. Identity switch. In an episode of Beauty and the Geek Australia, a ritual was performed by which the pretty young women were challenged to undergo a reverse makeover, which involved turning them into geeky-looking and unattractive. They then went to a bar and tracked how many men were attracted to them. Though this seemed like a clever episode, it aimed to perform one huge ritual, namely that the individuals we engage with can look different and play multiple roles simply by changing their identity costumes. This was a very sophisticated makeover which involved changing not only body structure but facial appearance as well. Most of the women were unrecognizable from the way they initially looked. The image above shows that the young lady went from thin and pretty to chubbier and homely looking. The transformation looked exceptionally natural, and the men in the bar were unaware that the women were in disguise. People for sale. This image from an episode of The Block Australia shows the word "a" auction on a billboard, alluding to good-looking, healthy people for sale. Through an auction, rituals auctioning off people are common in movies. Often they use men to downplay the severity of the issue and not to appear misogynist. In the Gilmore Girls, an auction of men was done to raise funds for the community. Women competed with each other, offering money to buy a man for a date. This type of storyline is not harmless fun. It is a ritual revealing an occult industry which most likely buys, sells and leases human beings, namely source souls. SS. These rituals are a way to put this truth in plain sight and have us celebrate our own tragic condition. Take note in your neighborhood how often you see a house for sale sign. These often show the face of the agent, with the words "for sale" or "sold," alluding to humans as real estate. Car sales often have a young woman promoting it, equating her beauty to that of the car, the insinuation being that to buy a hot car is to buy a hot woman. These are clever, macabre public rituals alluding to humans as objects for sale. Keep in mind that the word corp is a Latin word referring to body, and in business corp is a common abbreviation for corporation, referring to a legal entity that is allowed to own property, enter contracts, incur debt in the name of its property. Jesus Christ rituals. In this image of the reality show The Block, a ritual involved a couple producing injuries on their hands in the Jesus Christ fashion. They both seem to have developed holes on their palms from their hard work. I have observed rituals alluding to Jesus Christ in many movies, such as in The Healer, The Matrix and The Truman Show, to name a few. Simply the name of a character being Chris is a reference to Christ, a reminder that we are the Christ, or the sacrificed ones, being used for the benefit of those who claim us and rule over us. Double talk or gibberish. Sometimes words and phrases are stated to intentionally go over our heads, but in truth are indicative of a ritual being performed. At times a performer will speak gibberish, or make weird sounds, making no sense to the listener. This is done to celebrate the magic of sound and language which manipulates us on a daily basis. The top image shows a contestant from one of the Beauty and the Geek episodes delivering a strange statement which on the surface made no apparent sense. I had to rewind the clip several times and I was able to transcribe the entire statement. Quote, I hate mannequins and I hate pimples and I hate ghost trains cause I don't like to be touched by people wearing masks. One must wonder why such a statement was made, referring to mannequins, ghosts and masks. In an episode of Wipeout, a man spoke by making high-pitched shrieks. The fact that he claimed to be a priest was an occult declaration of a ritual being performed. To us the viewers, what he did made no sense, though it was passed off as humor. Yet, the sounds seemed similar to those of how Chewbacca from the movie Star Wars spoke. Was this a way to have us hear their true language?